in case this goes on YouTube, I'm going to do a little hi there, guys. Welcome to Pharaoh. This is the intro for YouTube bit. So if you're watching this on YouTube later because I decided to put it on there, thanks for tuning in. I'll read your comments later. We're taking a look at Pharaoh. It's the day. It's come out today. I did play a bit of this during the early access weekend, enough to familiarize myself with most of the basic concepts and you know, game mechanics. And I am looking forward to playing it because I actually really enjoyed it during the early access weekend. So I'm looking forward to showing you off to you guys today. I'm gonna go new campaign. So the basic gist of this is Total War Pharaoh is set during the Bronze Age collapse, which is sort of around the 11th or 12th century BC, I think. I don't remember exactly. You pick a ruler to play as in this, rather than a sort of traditional Total War faction. And part of the reason for this is because a lot of the gameplay mechanics are very character-based, like the Royal Court system, for example, which we'll get to. And also the time period for this game is actually very short. It sort of takes place within the lifetime of Ramses here, pretty much. If you're curious for this sort of historical period, if you want to know what the kind of canon faction is, if you want to call it that, in the same way that when you play Rome Total War, Rome is sort of historically the successful faction that won out and ended up ruling the most of the Mediterranean. Ramses is the guy you want to play as if you want to follow the historical path. Ramses III ended up ruling Egypt, and he successfully steered it through the Bronze Age collapse and made sure it wasn't nearly as bad as it could have been for the Egyptians. However, you've got lots of other people to play as. These are the one thing I will say about this game is it doesn't have an awful lot of playable factions to begin with. I'm sure they're going to add more with DLC, but there is a disappointingly small number of factions available to begin with. They're not that they're not fun to play. You got three main cultures to choose from. The Egyptians are the first one, where you got these four characters to play as, and essentially what you're doing is in a slightly Crusader Kings-ish fashion. You're all actually part of the same kingdom. And you can infight amongst one another, and if a civil war kicks off, then it can get really, really messy. But otherwise, you're all kind of bound together as vassals to the Pharaoh, and you can beat up outsiders. You know, you can go invade other parts of the world. Like if you're playing as Ramses, it's quite easy early on to get a lot of extra territory by invading Canaan. But you're all effectively part of the same group, and if you fight a civil war and you win the civil war, you get to be Pharaoh, and all these guys have to submit to you, and if they don't submit to you, then you get to gang up on them with all of your other vassals. It's kind of an interesting system. It basically works that way for the Egypt and for the Hittites, of which there are only two playable faction guys at the moment, which is Shupiluliuma, I want to say is how you're supposed to pronounce that. He's king of the Hittites, and then you've got this guy, who's sort of a religious fanatic based in southern Anatolia. And he ended up leading some sort of revolt, I think, in real life history against the crown. And then you've got the Canaanites, who are kind of in between the two of them. And these guys don't actually form part of a larger kingdom together. The Canaanites, as far as I can tell, are a bunch of independent warlords that are just sort of, you know, fighting each other and everyone else and what have you. They don't have the royal court mechanic that the Hittites and the Egyptians do. Today, we're going to play as one of the Egyptian factions, because I think that's what most people can relate to the most easily, because the Bronze Age is not as widely known a historical period to most people as other parts of history are. So I think we'll start off where we're familiar and go with the Egyptians. However, I am really looking forward to playing as one of the Canaanites and the Hittites as well. The Hittites in particular, I'm really looking forward to playing as. But we're going to start with the Egyptians today, because that's what most of y'all are familiar with, I think. And I'm going to play as Seti the Brute, I think. I played as Ramses during the early access weekend. But you got him, you got Seti, you've got Tausret, and you've got Amen-Mesa. I'm going to play as Seti. He is the direct appointed successor to his father, Pharaoh Meneptah. Seti has no patience for the instability that threatens the foundations of the kingdom. He is so close to power that he can taste it, and his impatience is mirrored by his ferocity. Yeah, I'm going to play as him. I think.
All will grovel at my feet.
Yes, they will, my friend. He's based down here. And you'll notice the faction roster is he's got his actual faction units. Levy fighters, levy axemen, levy clubmen, levy swordsmen, so on and so on and so on. His roster seems a bit basic, actually, particularly compared to Ramsey's, because Ramsey's gets a bunch of Magi units. But one of the big things about this game that I like is that it has basically an area of recruitment system. In the same way that Divide et Impera does for Rome 2, you can recruit local units that are native to whatever province you control at the time. So for him, his starting native units are all these guys. So a lot of Lower Egyptian stuff, because he's based in Lower Egypt. So you have your faction roster, but you also have local auxiliaries, basically, which is neat. He's also got some unique buildings: the Mustering Office, Recruitment Administration Center, Seti's Royal Palace, and Tax Administration Palace. If you open this, it gives you a little summary, which shows you the basic important stuff. Strengths and weaknesses and what have you. Aggressive in melee, great at flanking, weak at defending. Recruits units incredibly fast. Gains better rewards from battles. And some other stuff as well we'll get to. So yeah, I'm gonna play as this dude. See how we get on. Succeed the throne. Yeah. Also skins. I can choose a different skin for him if I really want to. I don't particularly want to though. Yeah. Looks good to me. Also noticeable that he doesn't start off with a court position. I think
the mind is our sharpest.
Amen Mesa does. He starts off as Viceroy of Kush, and I'll explain and sort of show you what that's about later.
Blood runs through me.
I think he might be the only one that starts off with a court position, except for Meneptah, but you can't play as Meneptah, unfortunately. At least not without mods! But Meneptah is the actual pharaoh. He's in charge of all of us. So we're vassals to him. So let's go. Oh! Hold the phone, ladies and gentlemen. Just ignore that. I want to show you one more thing before we actually get started. Also, I want to maybe tweak the difficulty a bit, but that's related to the thing that I want to show you. Oopsie daisy. Hello, Crystal Mitten. Thank you very much for the 9 months of subbage. The tin must flow. Yeah, hi guys. Yeah, we're just going to pretend this isn't happening. I'm going back to the main menu now. There we go. What up, Seti? You're looking very purple. Interesting apron sort of thing you're wearing there, my friend. I dig the shield. Very ornate, very cool looking. I like the Kopesh as well, which is actually like painted at certain points. That's very swish. Man, ancient Egyptians, man, they had drip, didn't they? They knew how to look good. Okay, back. New game. Let's choose Seti again. Right, so
runs through me.
I'm gonna go with hard campaign difficulty and hard battle difficulty just for funsies. But also, here's a big thing that I really like in this game, and please forgive me for scratching my nose constantly. My cat is sat on my lap right down below me here. He is shedding fur like crazy at the moment, and it's kind of all floating up towards me, and it's getting caught in my beard and on my face, and it's making me really itchy. I apologize. I really do. So here's the campaign customization thing. This is a new thing they introduced for Pharaoh, and I really like it. This allows you basically to tweak a whole bunch of stuff that previously you'd have to install some sort of overhaul mod to actually mess with. So you can change how much money you start the campaign with. You can change resource deposits values. Basically it changes like how much deposits of certain resources like wood, like lumber and food and gold and whatnot are actually worth to you. You can completely randomize the starting faction positions if you want to for some reason. You can also completely randomize the faction personalities too, which is changes the way their AI works, which could be good for replay value. You can do change all sorts of things: civil war, max participants, royal decrees, research rate. So basically, that you can change the tech tree research rate. You can start the game with all the gods discovered, which you might want to do, actually, to be fair, for reasons of historical accuracy and also role-playing. You might want to go with all gods discovered on. I'll explain why later. Egyptian deity. You can change the availability of different deities in the different pantheons in the game, because religion plays a big part in this game, and that's something I really, really like, because I feel like religion is super, super neglected in a lot of previous Total War games. Army size, you can change. Player recruitment capacity, you can change. You can turn the fog of war on and off. There's loads of stuff you can mess with here. You can turn Iron Man mode on. You can change the frequency of disasters. You can change character campaign movement. So if you want characters to be able to move much farther on the campaign map, you can tweak that. Forbid trading completely, so you can't trade resources with people. You can turn rebellions off if you want to. There's loads of things you can do here. Change the Sea People's army count. Sea Peoples are like one of the end game challenges. The Sea People invasion will happen late in your campaign to come and F you up. A bit like the Huns invading in Attila. Unit replenishment, army upkeep. You could really punish yourself by setting that high, I think. You can go battle. There's a few things you can switch around here. AI, you can change a few things here. There's one thing I might change here, actually. I'm thinking of putting the AI on aggressive just to see what happens. Because that's how they do it in Divide et Impera for Rome 2. They set all the AI to aggressive, and it makes for a much more entertaining campaign experience, in my opinion. So I'm gonna do that for this and see how we get on. You can tweak all of these things specifically for the AI as well. So if you want to make it harder on the player but easier for the AI, or vice versa, you can do that with these. You can change the day-night cycle as well for the campaign map. You can change battle duration. I'm going to set that to unlimited. Battle realism mode, save on cloud, incremental saves, whatever, advice frequency, etc, etc. There is loads of stuff you can change and mess with there, and I really like it, because a lot of the things you can mess with there are things that were usually, people would release mods to change, but now you don't need a mod. You can just go campaign customization and fiddle with things to your heart's content, and I think that's really cool, and I really hope they keep that feature in like all future Total War games. I know Creative Assembly is infamous for inventing a really cool feature for their games and then just dropping it completely going forward. I hope this is one of those features that sticks around, because I think it's really good. So yeah, we're going to play on hard with the AI specifically set to aggressive as well, and we're going to see what happens. Game also has a cool intro cutscene, which I'm going to let play for you guys.
I am Meneptah. No, I am the great Pharaoh Meneptah.
I'm glad I remembered to put subtitles on.
10 years ago, I inherited the throne in the shadow of my father. The strong bull, the protector of Egypt, the chosen of Ra and beloved of Amun, the mighty Pharaoh, Ramses the Second.
Should get a beard cap like that. We should bring those back.
Egypt has flourished throughout my reign, but now I sense the eyes of Set upon me, and dark times are coming. What will happen to my kingdom after my soul slips into the eternal lands of the afterlife?
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. That was Pharaoh Meneptah. Our character's dad, actually. That's Seti's pa, his dad.
When I ascended to the throne of Egypt, I did so as but one of countless sons. Even so, my father, Ramses the Great, was untroubled choosing his heirs. Now I often wonder if his certainty was an illusion. My son, Seti, is a proud and formidable warrior, the very image of a mighty pharaoh to be. I've given him land on the bridge between Lower and Upper Egypt. Should the fires of insurrection ignite there, he would stamp it out with ruthless aggression. Yet I cannot deny his nature is as brutal as his strength. Such recklessness pervades his every action, and he cares nothing for the priests and peasants he will one day rule. I can only hope his marriage to Tausret will soothe his callous rage. His love for her is unquestionable, and her calm wisdom may yet succeed in keeping his temper in check. If only the gods would send me a sign. Have I chosen an heir that will bolster our empire's might, leading his people to glory? Or will his arrogance and disregard bring us to ruin and drown all of Egypt in blood?
Well, with me at the helm and with hard difficulty with aggressive AI on, who freaking knows? Alright, here's the map. We're up here. That's us. Seti, we control this bit.
Royal glory is untouched.
And look at this, ladies and gentlemen. It's a new Total War game where I start the game controlling more than one freaking city. Look, I got this one, and I got this one. I've got two. Plus, you also have all these outpost thingies. Now, I don't know how many of you played Empire who you're watching right now, or Napoleon, but you may remember in those games, like you had, and in Shogun 2, I think, actually, you had the little outlying villages and buildings on the campaign map where you built additional stuff that wasn't actually in the settlement itself. But they kind of brought that back in Pharaoh. So we've got our cities, which we build stuff in, and then we've also got these outposts around the map that we can build stuff on as well. And I haven't found out yet, but I'm hoping they have a unique battle map when you fight a battle near them as well, by the way, because you can build forts that you can station armies in, for example. So, yes, as someone pointed out, our capital's literally called Hard AI, which is quite funny. But anyway, we're set up for an initial battle. Anyway,
when I am Pharaoh, our lessers will learn their place.
I see. Thanks, Seti. You get this with like every faction you play as in this. You're always set up with like an initial little battle that you're basically guaranteed to win. Which I don't. That's a thing they do in like all new Total War games these days. They do it in Warhammer and in Troy as well, and in Three Kingdoms. And I don't know why. I think it's just so that they can get the player in and fighting a battle straight away to try and get them hooked. I don't know what it is. But we'll worry about all this campaign management later. I think we just want to fight a battle, right? That's what probably what the punters want to see. So there's old Seti himself. He's got a Kopesh and Shield bodyguard. Royal Kopesh guards, Lower Egyptian militia, loads of those, and some Lower Egyptian militia slingers. Doesn't have any archers or anything then, and doesn't have any chariots.
Every one of you is expendable.
He can recruit, let's see, Lower Egyptian archers, Lower Egyptian militia slingers, swordsman conscripts, axe conscripts, militia, and spear militia. No special recruitment available right now. We'll just go ahead and fight the battle without recruiting anything.
Ready to spill blood.
Hello there, Yyyyyyyep. How you doing? He's got axe conscripts, some spear militia, and some slingers. Very good. We're virtually guaranteed to win according to the auto-resolve. I'll just drop a quick save. We can scout terrain. That's what we're dealing with. And fight battle. Every one of you is expendable. Yeah, he really isn't motivating here. At least he's telling the truth, because that's how I tend to play Total War games, in a scatterbrained and absent-minded way. I mean, you guys all saw me get my knights annihilated when we were playing Stainless Steel the other day, so... Okay, weather conditions. Weather plays a more important part in this game than it has in previous Total War games, which is something I'm really happy about. You get a forecast for how the weather's going to change over the course of the battle. Right now, it's dry. The forecast at the moment is for a sandstorm, and that is the effect of it. Range minus 20% for missile units, speed minus 15%, lower charge speed, higher reload time for missile units, lowered visibility, small but constant damage to all units, increased fatigue buildup from actions. So yeah, when the sandstorm hits, it's going to be bad times. The current weather though is dry though, which is fine. I'm going to go ahead and deploy, but we'll just have to do so bearing in mind that there is going to be a sandstorm incoming. Now, the battle maps do roughly, you know, correspond to what you actually see on the campaign map. I can basically confirm that after playing during the early access weekend. If you attack a port city on the coast, your battle will consist of a city or a town on the coast with the sea in the background, and the hills and mountains and stuff will be in roughly the correct place as you saw them on the campaign map. So that's nice. It's not like in Warhammer where you've got a handful of samey looking battle maps that all look the same and get recycled all the time. This has the sort of like procedurally generated, it's not really procedurally generated, but it has the overworld, it has the 3D overworld that corresponds to the campaign map. Alright, let's see, how do we want to do this? It's kind of a weird one. There's like a big hill in the middle, but it looks like we've kind of got the advantage here because we're going to have a much easier time moving up and securing the high ground. So we'll have Seti at the back. We'll have actually him and his Kopesh guards at the back. The militia in front. These are quite big units, these as well. I've got the unit size on the highest setting on extreme, so... And slingers out in front.
I fear nothing.
I will get rid of the UI. We'll zoom in, have a little look at these guys. I like to get up close and personal and look at the units, so... Although I can't zoom down to the ground as far as I'd like. Maybe I should have installed that camera mod, I don't know, but anyway. Here's our militia. Here's our slingers at the front. They've got guys carrying banners, which is great. And yeah, these guys look pretty swish. I'm liking the feathers.
Don't have enough slingers.
Oh yeah, the units will make, you'll hear little, you know, the usual Total War like unit banter, but sometimes they'll comment on the enemy's army composition and also ours. There's Seti himself. Shielding himself from the sun there, I'm not sure what he was doing. with his guys. These guys are pretty good at kick ass. They look really very well armored and what have you. So
many slingers.
all right. Oh, by the way, I know some people will care about this. Most of you probably won't. The game does have photo mode, so you can take some really pretty screenshots if you want to. Oh yeah, that looks really nice right there. Change the God Rays intensity. Oh yeah, very nice, beautiful. Gonna go ahead and where's the button? What's the button? Space. There we go. Take photo. Lovely. I love photo mode in video games. I'm glad this game has it. All right, start battle, and immediately, like Obi-Wan, we must secure the high ground. We'll have the sun in our eyes, though. I doubt that'll have a gameplay effect, having the sun in our eyes, but I wish it did, you know, for missile units and that. That's one thing I'd like to see in Total War battles, is the direction the sun is facing having an effect on your missile units, and also the wind direction having an effect on your missile units as well. Like, having the wind advantage with a bunch of archers is actually, like, a legit advantage. You guys don't need to run. You're good. You're good. You're good. You can just march. It's fine.
Remember your training. Do not lose focus.
I think he is. He's shielding himself from the sun. Hello down there, everybody. I guess they're staying put. We attacked them after all. So they're not going to come up the hill, which is probably for the best, because they're not suicidal. What do they got then? Let's have a look. Spear and shield bodyguard. And the spear militia. Slingers. Well, we've got the higher ground, so I feel like our slingers are going to have a range advantage. So
for the bloodline.
Maybe we can take advantage of that. Try and harass them a bit and force them to come up here.
Set watches over this desert.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. I'll tell you what. That's a grand idea, chat. Let's do that. Put some slingers up on the cliff. See what happens. Well, the enemy is moving. By the way, army banners. I know some people had been looking at the pre-release footage and complaining that there weren't any army banners. There are army banners. They added that, presumably quite late in development, but those were here in the early access weekend. So you got your Rome Total War style banners above the units, which I rather like.
Sons of Egypt.
Thing is, are you guys going to be able to actually do some slinging from up there? Let's find out.
Make those fools suffer.
Hello there, everybody. How you doing? We got the range to hit them from here. Maybe just. Let's see. You guys gonna start? Oh, apparently they can hit us, no problem. I feel like this plan hasn't worked the way I wanted it to. Oh wait, no, we're going. We're going. All right, hold on. You guys get up there as well. Do you guys have a stance you can use? Yeah, you do, but it's not very useful right now. The unit stances are a whole interesting new thing in this game that I'm quite fond of. I'm going to do it here for these guys. I'm going to put everybody in hold stance.
Hold your position.
And as you can see, what that does is unit will adopt a braced formation, holding their ground as much as they can. With more, elite units, they have other stances available. If we look at, say, for example, the Kopesh guards, they can do heroic advance, where they start pushing forwards towards the targeted location, pushing back enemy units on the way. They have shield wall, and they have retreat. And I'm just going to show you how retreat works, because I think it's really goddamn cool. But watch what they do now. I don't know if they're going to do it. Yeah, there we go. They start falling back slowly, but without changing direction. They're facing forward, but moving backwards. And, oh, here we go. The enemies come up to fight us. They can do this while in combat. They can slowly fall back, and the enemy will keep following you and trying to fight you. And what this means is you can actually do kind of what the Carthaginians did at Cannae to the Romans, where you lure the enemy in and then surround them. You can totally do that in this game using the retreat stance here. It's pretty friggin' cool.
Anything. To bloodshed.
Let's get you guys over here, and I'm going to take you off skirmish mode. Alright. Speaking of flanking and stuff, we should probably do it. Also, it's a good way of being able to cycle units in and out of combat as well if you have to. Because one thing you'll notice when you play this game is that the battles in this game are noticeably longer than they have been in other recent Total War titles. They really wanted to give you the opportunity in this game to sort of actually execute things like flanking maneuvers, like I'm doing right now.
Glorious combat. Where were they hiding? Fear my wrath. Always ready.
Well, you guys are not in a good state, are you?
I fear nothing. Devastate them.
Alright, we got the enemy basically surrounded now.
Born to rule.
Looking good.
Strength is power.
You guys are running away. Let's bring you over in this direction. Let's get you away from the enemy slingers, because they're causing you some issues right now.
Crown Prince. Repositioning. Into position. Get marching. This is not going as planned.
Oh dear, a unit of militia here is kind of buckling. Alright, change your plan. Change your plan.
Always ready. Divine royalty.
Oh, you guys getting shot in the back by the slingers now. It's not going well.
Rend their flesh. For glory eternal. Projectiles away.
As you can see, performance is pretty good. At least on my setup. The enemy's shaken, wavering. They're not doing great, but as you can see, they're not breaking nearly as fast as they would in your average Total War game, which is rather nice. I wonder if these guys will rally. These guys haven't.
Sons of Egypt. Cower before me. Rocks away.
Right, let's get you guys up this way. And, right. Enemy's broken and running.
Strength is power. Devastate them. Never back down.
Alright.
I'm getting out of here.
Yeah, you guys chase down the enemy general, see if you can take him out. Victory, we did it. We're chasing the slingers all down the hill, yeah we are. Beautiful. Alright. We could run down the rest of them. I don't know if we really need to, though.
Blood of Pharaohs. Swordsman!
This game is obviously crying out for the inevitable blood DLC they're going to sell for this. That'll do for now. End battle. So units face through the enemy units ended up on the other side. No, I flanked them. I'm not sure you were watching. I'm not sure if you were just being facetious or if you genuinely weren't paying attention.
I could have ground them to dust.
Right, close victory. We got some gold, bronze, food, and experience for that. We can choose. Egypt is powerful and merciful. Our foes shall pay us tribute for the mercy we show here. It is the way of Ma'at. So that gives us some food. Anubis awaits them. Their hearts are heavy with failure. Nothing good awaits them in the Duat. Which just gives us morale. And they will serve Egypt, which gives us, you know, bonus unit replenishment, basically. They may be unwilling now, but their children will be true Egyptians. Let's go with replenishment.
Let them toil for the prince.
You stole their lunches? Well, yeah, we would have looted their baggage train, right?
When I am Pharaoh, our lessers will learn.
Your army upkeep is largely paid in food in this game. It's like Troy in that respect. You don't just have gold in this. You do have gold as a resource, but actually it's not as useful in many ways as the things you can buy with it. So this game, like Troy, has a whole resource system. You have food, you have stone, you have wood, and you have bronze and gold. And your armies upkeep is generally paid with food for the most part, but sometimes also with bronze for the more elite units. So yeah, getting food and bronze from just defeating an enemy army is jolly helpful. Okay. There you are, bud.
To spill blood.
Yeah, we got a lot of you guys killed in that battle, didn't we, Seti? Let's recruit some new ones.
Are mine to spend.
I think... You know, the axe conscripts are not that bad, are they? Stat-wise, compared to these guys. Compared to the militia. Sword conscripts versus axe conscripts. The axe guys have better attack and better damage. The swordsmen have better defense. I think axemen have a bonus against units with shields as well. Yeah, strong against shields. So, yeah, I think I want to get some sword guys.
I need conscripts.
I need some decent guys in my battle line, and I need some archers as well. So we'll recruit those guys for this turn. We're also losing gold each turn. Apparently some of it is being used on unit upkeep. That's interesting.
Divine Prince.
Which units do I have require gold as upkeep? The Royal Kopesh Guards require gold. Interesting. I assume none of these guys do. Everyone else here is food, aren't they? Yeah, food. Seti himself is just food. Yeah, okay, so there's Royal Kopesh Guards. That's interesting. I've never had a unit in this game that required gold as upkeep, but these guys do. Interesting. And we have presumably no gold income. We've got like no gold mines or anything in our neck of the woods. Which is interesting. I wonder... Who's got gold? I wonder if there's a way to see that. Is there like a map filter we can use? To see who's got what resources? I'm not sure. Maybe if I... No. If there's a way to do that, I don't know how at the moment. Or am I meant to expand here? Well, at the moment... I'm actually at war with... these guys next door to me right now. I don't know what the deal with these guys is. I guess maybe they're rebellious vassals or something. But we're at war with Ubat Duat right now. these guys here. We have military access with Tausret since she's Seti's wife. That makes sense. And also military allies with her as well. Where is she, by the way? She's down here somewhere. Was it? I forget. Where is Tausret at?
Knowledge is power.
All right, yeah, she's all the way down there. So probably not going to be super helpful right now.
In the name of duty.
So we'll have this initial guy to fight, and then after that, yeah, it's going to be interesting. So it's going to be interesting in terms of where we can expand from there. Because when I was playing as Ramses, and he's up here, I was able to defeat my sort of initial opponent and then start conquering parts of Canaan. But it's going to be a bit more interesting for Seti, I think. I don't know where we're going to expand. We'll find out, though. Main thing at the moment, though, is I need some gold. Just a little bit. Let's see. I need preferred resource. Resource currently abundant. So, okay, who's got gold that they don't want? I imagine this is not going to be very many people. Who wants food? Or stone or anything? I think pretty much nobody has gold that they don't want, which is a bit annoying. Alright, who wants food? Ramses needs food.
The future of Egypt. A great leader knows when to listen.
Alright, my man. Here's the deal. I need some gold. Either that or I'm going to have to disband this unit. I don't know what I'm going to do. Are there any elephants? I don't think so. I don't think war elephants were a thing at during this period of history. I would give you... I don't know. Let's just call it 200. Maybe 100 to start with. How much gold can I get off you for this? Because, like, I need 29 gold to turn to afford that unit. How much food's that going to need? Like, nearly half my food income. Over half my food income, as a matter of fact. Yikes. One thing I don't think he has a lot of is stone as well, Ramses. I know this from playing him previously. Okay, there we go. That'll do it. Gets it up to 0.1 plus positive. Is that worth it for 29 gold for 5 turns? Or we could make it up to 10 turns. I guess maybe. Yeah, it even says there, yeah, he doesn't... oh, well, no, he's got loads of stone, apparently. He's not interested in it. Alright, good to know.
We're watching you, scum.
I guess we'll go for this for... We'll go for this for 5 turns. See how it works out.
Strength is born. Blessed by the gods.
Cool. Oh, hang on a minute. Did I just see diplomacy, ownership, gold? Who's got gold? Who has gold? Does anybody have gold? I want to be looking at me right now. Anybody got gold?
All will remember me.
Don't know. Anyway. Hey, Perry, how you doing? Thanks very much for 12 months of subbage. Bonsoir to you as well. Alright, anyway. Let's have a zoom on down here and have a look at what we're working with. So, There's old Seti. He's
Prince of
recruiting.
Egypt.
We've got... What is this here? A Shrine of Set. Favor plus 50 with Set, presumably. Ammunition on recruitment plus 1 for missile units. Workforce growth. Workforce is a new resource that you need to build buildings in this game. You can't just build buildings if you've got free slots. You also need to have the workforce available as well. Army gains the prayer effects of the god by interacting with this. Interaction with an outpost will refund 50% of the movement spent to reach it as well, so you can extend your army's movement range using outposts, for example. What would we like to build here at this outpost? We've got economic, religious, administrative, and military ones. We can make a lookout post. We could make an Egyptian fort. Tempted to build a fort, actually. It'll cost us 200 stone. Economic. A trading post. Religious? We've already got one. We've already got one of those, so we can't build another. Egyptian way station. Plus 2 influence in this province. Higher influence, basically the way that works is the higher influence you have, the more resource income you get from that province, because it represents, like, you know, just how efficient your taxation actually is. You know, like, you've got your tax collectors going out there trying to get, you know, the harvest and everything from the people, but, like, if you don't have a lot of influence, a lot of those outlying towns and villages and stuff in your province are not really going to be giving that to you, are they? They're going to be keeping it for themselves. So the more influence you've got, the more efficiently you're squeezing resources out of your territory. So influence is important. Although right now in Hard AI province, we've got, like, maxed out influence as far as I can tell. Like, the bar's full, so... Although it is going to change next turn by -1%, so tell you what. Let's get an Egyptian way station. You get a little scaffold up here. What about our cities? Let's see. You've got Urgem there, and we've got Hard AI. We've got reclaimed farmland, irrigated farmland, a native muster field, Nomarch's office. What else do we want to build? Infantry housing. Target yard. Production. Grain pots. A goldsmith. Plus 5% gold for this province, but that's not actually going to make us. Basically, this modifies production. This is actually against your resources. Basically, your resource buildings they actually get you income, and then the production buildings increase the efficiency of that income, is the way it essentially works. So a goldsmith would do nothing for us here because we don't have any gold income. We can't build any more resource buildings here, really. Military support. Officer training grounds, military office. I feel like a military office would be a good shout. Gets some discounts that are better to get earlier rather than later. And then there's also the tax administration center. Production of all resources plus 15% in this province, but -2 happiness and -2 workforce growth. I would take that trade-off, though, I think. So let's get a tax admin center and nothing else for now, because I don't think we have the free workforce. No, workforce is 0, so we can't build anything else right now.
Crown Prince Seti.
We've got 3 pending actions. What else we got? Roll decree available. This is your tech tree, basically. What do we want to start with then? We've got longer festivals, Heart of Egypt, and Life of the Soldier. Let's go with longer festivals for more happiness, so we don't have public order issues. What else? Known factions, reminders, outpost construction available, unassigned skill points. Right, yeah, Seti can level up.
Egypt.
So you've got here titles. I think we can assign a title right now. We can have this one. There we go. The Claw of Bastet. The feline goddess protects her children with honed claws extended, ready to draw blood. I got a kitty cat on my lap right now. How appropriate. I remember Bast. I remember her screwing me over when I played Pharaoh, the old city builder from the 1990s. We used to give my entire city the plague because I didn't build enough temples to her. Bitch. Damages enemy armor faster. Gives you the armor breaker attribute. Damages enemy armor faster. Yeah, because armor is like a thing now. It's like you have an armor bar for units in addition to like a health bar or whatever. So armor gets damaged during a battle, and then once it's gone, your unit doesn't have as much protection, so that's kind of handy. That's the whole system they introduced in this. And then you've got your 3 competencies here. You've got Presence, you've got Fortitude, and you've got Ardor. And improving Ardor increases your movement on the campaign map. Increasing Fortitude increases your replenishment rate, and Presence reduces upkeep. Right now I want Fortitude. More replenishment rate would be good. So I'm going to go with that for his first level up. He's got equipment, common medium armor, common medium shield, a Kushite, Kopesh, and what else has he got? A Soothsayer is one of his ancillaries. Whether you believe in such things or not, having someone around who claims to see the future can work in your favor if you want your own way. So it gives us +2 happiness for this province and -1 turns wounded for this general. So yeah, one of the things about this game, and it's something I'm not necessarily a huge fan of, is it unfortunately kind of does the Warhammer and Troy thing, where if a general dies, one of the big main character generals die, then he just respawns after a certain number of turns. I prefer the old school Total War way of doing things where you've got a family tree and generals can die. It doesn't matter who they are. Because I think that provides for more, emergent storytelling. But they've decided not to go with that for this. As I said, I sort of get it in a way, because the game is very character focused and it takes place in a very short time frame. So the family tree mechanics from the older Total War games, they kind of worked better because you were playing a campaign that lasted for hundreds of years. This game's campaign is measured in decades. So I'm not super keen on the character focused kind of respawning generals thing, but whatever, it is what it is. It's just the way it works in this. Is there anything about like traits? Yeah, he's got merciful / cruel. This reminds me of Dividend et Impera a little bit, actually, these traits do, the way they're described and whatnot. Gamed by executing captives after battle. Your general is predisposed to this trait, cruel. You gain merciful by ransoming captives after battle. And then his other unacquired traits as well. Cultured / barbaric, ambitious / content, brave / cowardly, resolute / hesitant, cooperative / individualistic. I haven't interacted with this very much. I'm not entirely sure how exactly it works, but it's kind of cool that it's there. As always, I bemoan the loss of the amazing, awesome trait system from Rome and Medieval 2, because that was superb for role-playing purposes, and I really miss it. But at least there's something there in terms of traits. It's got more going on for it than a lot of the other recent Total War games have. How many turns per year is this? I think it's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 turns per year. For this game. Starts in 1205 BC, and yeah, it is 6 turns per year. The Rome / Medieval 2 trait system was incredible. It was brilliant, and it was also incredibly moddable as well. Like, you could do loads of really cool stuff with the trait system, I think, with mods as well, which was nice. So, anyway.
I heed only destiny.
Hello, Munakta. I guess you're public enemy number 1 for me right now.
We're watching you, scum.
I'm not ready to march in there and kick your ass just yet, though. Il Consigliere, thank you very much for the Prime sub. Welcome aboard, man. Definitely a small scale game, and it has if it has more turns per year. Definitely, yeah. It's the map itself is just this chunk of the Eastern Mediterranean, of the Near East, and the time scale is very, very short as well. So it's a very zoomed in, much more focused Total War game, which I'm kind of okay with, because I kind of actually quite like it when Total War zooms in on a specific region a little bit more. Like In Medieval 2, I really enjoyed the Kingdoms expansion campaigns more so than I actually enjoyed the vanilla Grand campaign. Like the Crusades, the Britannia campaign, the Americas campaigns, all those, if you remember those when you played Medieval 2, I actually really enjoyed those. I was talking on Discord, I think I was talking about this on Discord with somebody recently after playing it during the early access weekend, but if you were so inclined, if you had the patience and the knowledge and the time and the know-how, you could make a really cool total conversion mod for Pharaoh based on the Crusades. Because you could have the Kingdom of Jerusalem over here, you know, Salahadin over here and whatnot, the Turks up this direction, you could have the Byzantines up here. And on top of that, you could use a lot of Pharaoh's in-game mechanics, like you could mess around with this religion system, but also, I can't show you it right now because it unlocks in a few turns, but the royal court system as well, you could totally use that in a medieval setting. It would work just as well in a medieval setting as it would here in this game. So you could make a mod for Pharaoh that was based on the Crusades, and it would feel super Crusader Kingsy. It would be quite fun, actually. I really hope somebody does that. Anyway.
Burning for battle.
I'm going to hit and turn. Also, there's an undo button, by the way, which takes you back to the start of your turn in case you've really screwed everything up. This game has an undo button. Also, look how fast those end turn times are, by the way. That's pretty neat. All right, event messages. Yeah, that's a lot of event messages.
I'm itching for a fight.
I know you are, Seti. We're working on it, man.
Mightiest of princes.
Okay, we've got a bit of a negative food income right now due to all the upkeep, but that's all right. We can maintain that for a while.
I have no time for the weak. Submit to your prince.
More archers. Spear guys, I think... What's the deal with you guys? Spears versus, like... anything else. Probably nowhere near as good as the conscripts, are you? Nah. No, you're rubbish. I'm not even gonna bother. You are way cheaper, though, admittedly, but... Nah.
Every one of you is expendable.
I want more swordsmen.
I'll work you to the bone.
Do we want to build anything? Is there anything we can build? We've got one workforce available. So what do you have in Urgem right now? We've got stone quarry and a mustering office. Artisan's workshop. More happiness. How is happiness at the minute? It's at -2. That's not great. We'll get +3 once the tech is researched, mind you.
My royal glory is untouchable.
I think I want to go for the military office. Yeah, let's do that. Also wondering, can we build some more outposts? Because a fort might not be a bad idea. Although I don't know if that's the best location for it. Might want to put something else there. Religious outpost, economic. Let's do an economic one. I'll boost our stone income a little.
Ha! Peace can never last.
And I'm thinking maybe this one down here might be a good place for a fort. Or a way station? I'm gonna put a fort there. One pending action. What do we got? Oh, We can still build more outposts. That's fine. I'm aware of that. I don't think we can build any more buildings though, can we? We don't have the workforce available right now. So that's okay. That's fine. You're recruiting, aren't you? End turn. What's Taos Red up to? She's kicking ass, taking names, apparently. Okay. Have we built our buildings now? Yes, we have. We can also upgrade this to a recruitment office. Which gives us an extra recruitment slot. Sweet. Why not?
Bloodshed
Alright.
awaits.
Ah, interesting. We're gonna have attrition if we go across here. If we go off the road, there is a road here, you can just see that. If we leave the road, attrition. Not good. It does not apply to spots of greenery along roads as well as the areas around desert settlements and outposts. So yeah, want to be careful not to go off the beaten track here.
Move!
Off you pop, Seti.
No respite.
We could take this way station.
I am your doom.
Did we take that or did we just destroy it? I'm not sure. I think we just destroyed his outpost. Nice.
The wrath of Egypt.
And there's Tepaha right there. Now, his city's going to have a garrison. It's just 5 units, mind you. Which means I reckon we can still take them.
Ready to spill blood. Traitors!
Yeah, let's do it. Is this going to be a settlement battle? It is, I think. Yeah. So no siege equipment required for this battle because it's, you know, it's a minor settlement without any walls. But if it did have walls, we'd be building siege equipment like ladders and battering rams and siege towers, etc. What have you, you know, Rome 2 style. So we'll just fight the battle, I think. What's he got? Sword and shield bodyguard, low Egyptian X conscript, spear militia, militia. Axe conscripts, swords conscripts, and more militia. Alright. Should be able to kick their asses. If you could see how comfy this damn cat is right now. Now, unfortunately, Colin, I'm going to have to move my left arm now because I'm going to need to use the keyboard. So you're not going to have a pillow for your chin anymore, I'm afraid. I do apologize, but I need this arm now. Thank you. Alright, the current forecast is dry weather followed by sweltering weather, which will increase fatigue build-up from actions. Relevant, actually, that one, I think, for today, because it is a settlement battle. And I've noticed in settlement battles in this game, if you get into a choke point and you're not able to flank the enemy, the battles can go on for quite a while. And it will reach a point, especially if the forecast is sweltering weather, you know, where your guys are going to get really, really tired and you're going to have to swap them out with fresh units. And I showed you the retreat stance earlier, where the unit slowly falls back. That's really useful for when you want to do that. When you want to swap a unit in and out, you can get the tired unit to start retreating and then move in a fresh one. It looks really cool when it works out properly. It looks like, it reminds me of that scene from HBO's Rome in the very first episode where the Roman legionaries are rotating around in formation. It looks super cool. So let's deploy. So it's just a small settlement, this one. They've got a main tower, victory point, which gives a bonus to whoever controls it. What is the bonus? I'm not sure what the bonus actually is. And then they've got a resource, which gives you plus 10 morale if you own it.
Why don't they face us like men?
Alright, how do we want to do this? We've got 2 angles we can attack it from, because they've got big ass, you know, cliffs in the way at the back. Incidentally, the settlements are gorgeous in this game. I think somebody at CA Sophia had to do a lot of research on what ancient Egyptian buildings and stuff looked like. and all the little pots and baskets and things everywhere. When I played this in the early access weekend, I actually spent quite a bit of time just going around looking at all the settlements and stuff, because there's actually a ton of detail here that I really think is cool. It'd be really nice though if they had a bunch of little civilians running around like in Attila. That'd be kind of neat. Shame they don't have that. But yeah, what a cool stuff here. I like this tower. The game is very pretty, I gotta say, on the campaign map and on the battlefield. The game looks really nice. Gives you a Pharaoh 90s city builder vibe. Yeah, man, same. I mean, I'm a sucker for anything ancient Egypt related anyway. Like, I know, you know how, not even from a history perspective, just in general. Like, you know how some people are really into pirates and they'll play or watch anything that's pirate adjacent? I'm kind of like that with ancient Egypt. Like one of my favorite first-person shooters is Power Slave, for example. Right, we get the sword conscripts up front. But funny you should mention that game, actually, Pharaoh, because I actually bought the remaster of it today. I kind of want a mod for this game that adds the Pharaoh soundtrack to Total War Pharaoh. That'd be kind of amazing if they could do that.
Never back down. Nothing will stop us.
Yeah, I'll deploy you guys at the back for now, I think. And then we'll have Seti and his Kopesh guards at the very rear there. A very nice, big, aesthetically pleasing sort of rectangle formation here. I like it. Thoughts on the Mummy movies? I love the first one. The second one's not bad. The second one's pretty good. Terrible CGI Scorpion King notwithstanding. We don't talk about the third one. And we definitely don't talk about the Tom Cruise one. Hello, Seti. What the original Pharaoh Rage is about. Yeah, it takes a bit of work to make it run on Windows 10 and 11. It can be done though. If you don't want to buy the remaster, you can still make the old one run. Oddly enough, I managed to get the original Pharaoh to work on my Steam Deck. Strangely enough, I was able to get it to run on my Steam Deck, and it played relatively well as well. I was surprised. All right.
Divine royalty. Indeed.
Let's march, boys.
Headlong into slaughter, men.
I do love the Kopesh guys. They are pretty cool. Look at their shoes, though. I've just noticed that. Check this out. Look at those crazy shoes. Those clog things they're wearing. That's kind of interesting.
Take this place by storm.
Anyway, let's have a look at what do they got up here. They've pretty much got all the entrances covered, haven't they? So I suppose if we just attack in one location, that'll probably help us. It'll probably draw them over here and then maybe open up a gap somewhere else, is what I'm thinking. Yeah, maybe, Nosy, actually. Maybe those shoes are designed for going over sand.
The Crown Prince. Where did they come from?
Let's get a little bit closer. And then I'm going to send the missile units up, I think. Hello, Uni. How you doing? Where are my archers? They're in the middle. No, they're over here. You guys are going to be useful. This bit on the right here? No, I don't think we can get up there. But the slingers really have quite a bit of range, don't they? I'm sorry, guys. My cat is falling off my lap and I need to rescue him. There we go. What are you doing, you silly puss? I'm falling off my lap onto the floor nearly there. Sleepy Colin. Anyway.
Charge at the defenses.
Sorry guys, itchy face, cat fur, in face, making me really itchy. I apologize. I keep rubbing my nose and stuff. I think I probably have like an extremely mild allergy to his fur, if I'm honest. Because when he sat on my lap and it is that time of year,
Where were they hiding?
I do get itchy. Anyway, gentlemen, if you could make your way to the front, that would be lovely. I think over the front here. Spear militia. Alright, go and ruin their day, I think, lads.
Sons of Egypt.
Actually, try and see if you can focus on their slingers there.
I fear nothing.
You guys aren't going to be able to get close enough, but...
Blood of Pharaohs. Supreme. To bloodshed.
Oh yeah, nice thing, by the way. In the options, you can... There's a bar to... Is it interface? You can change the banner scale, UI scale, all that stuff. You can change the color saturation in here somewhere, I think. So you can make the game... Yeah, you can do color adjustment. There you go. That's max and minimum for comparison. But you can also customize the opacity of the arrow trails, which is something I really like, because I don't like it when the arrow trails are super obvious. Right, fall back.
On the march.
Right, fall back, run, 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 go, go, go.
Sons of Egypt.
Sometimes this game reminds me of Medieval 2 a little bit, because my units seem a little unresponsive at times. A lot of them have been caught up there.
I fear nothing. Always ready. The city will be ours. Always ready.
Looks like they're coming out to fight us, boys.
Spears.
You're on the hold stance.
Hold your position.
What have they got there? That's one of their generals, Kopesh and Shield Bodyguard. Alright.
Prince of Egypt.
We're going to need some help dealing with them, aren't we?
Strength is power. Spears.
Slingers. Get over here.
Clubs.
Send the clubs out for flanking.
Spears.
Now I kind of wish I had some axemen, I have to admit.
Clubs. Slingers loose.
Let me get you guys to run out around here. Yeah, we can. Excellent. Got a little gap here that we can make use of.
Spill blood. Spill blood.
Let's get you over there as well, and let's take you off skirmish mode. Same for you guys.
Strength is power. Clubs. Rocks away. Spill blood.
Let's get the Kopesh guys out there as well.
Move it. Into position. Sons of Egypt. Slay them. Clubs. All for Egypt.
Okay.
My will is Egypt.
Right into the backs of them, boys.
To bloodshed. Clubs.
We've got some clubs left over here. Let's get them...
On the march.
Yeah, get these guys around the back. Have the clubs go after those slingers. That's what I'm thinking.
Without hesitation. Sons of Egypt.
Now, we'll keep you guys in reserve, just in case.
Clubs. I'll take their heads as...
Although, actually, we've got these swordsmen here who aren't really doing anything right now.
On the march. Never back down.
How you doing, Seti?
Ready for slaughter.
Kicking ass, I hope.
To bloodshed! Shoot them down!
No, swordsman. Get out of combat. I need you to go flank.
Onwards!
It's very important that you do that.
I fear nothing! Marching on! You will know defeat! Kill them all! Spears! Soldiers, move!
Alright, go, guys. Go, go, go.
Never back down!
How you guys getting on over here?
Fight for Pharaoh!
Murdering those slingers, I hope?
Clubs!
Indeed you are.
Blood! Spears! Break them!
No. Them over there. There we
To
go.
battle!
I'm wary of these archers doing friendly fire damage to me right now, but they do seem to be actually surprisingly accurate, judging by where those arrows are going.
Never back down! Archers, loose! Spill blood! I don't want to die! Launch stone!
Plunge loads of arrows into the middle there.
For glory eternal! Clubs!
Clubman, you can go after them.
Kill
Swordsman,
them all!
I have more interesting things for you to fight. Okay, well, yeah, they're starting to rout. Nice.
Sons of Egypt!
The only way to tell each side apart in the melee the colour of their wig/headdresses. Yep. It is a little difficult to see what's going on. It also reminds me of Medieval 2 in that respect as well. Of course, if you hold down the spacebar, you can see everybody's colour that way.
For glory eternal! Clubs! Fear my wrath! They're too strong! You'll know defeat!
This is almost over now, I think. Although I noticed their general is still
Devastate them!
valiantly fighting on over here.
Spears!
There we go, it's over.
Don't watch over us! Out to the glory! We cannot be beaten! Fire! There is no sweeter day!
So I'm just enjoying the lovely spectacle of it all, frankly.
For Egypt!
You guys want to
Infantry moving!
kill some of these fleeing dudes?
We cannot be beaten! Victory was never enough!
It's a lot of corpses.
Our might is unassailable!
Alright, we can end battle now. Decisive victory, lovely jubbly. Yeah, they really shouldn't have come out to fight us. I don't know why that was. Maybe we provoked them with our missile units. They should have stayed where they were though, shouldn't they? Covering the choke points.
True superiority.
The AI is definitely a little easy to provoke, but then again, I suppose I did tell it to be aggressive, didn't I? I assumed that was when I set the AI setting in the campaign tweaks. I assumed the aggressive setting was applying only to the campaign map. I wasn't sure if it also applied to battles, because if it also applies to battles, that might explain why the AI has been a bit suicidal. So, all right, we lost nearly 500 guys. They lost over 2,000 though. Nicely done. Settlement captured. We can occupy, loot, and occupy, sack, or erase it. You can see all the resources we'll gain from doing all of these. I'm thinking we'll loot and occupy. Maybe. Actually, no. I'm just gonna occupy.
Crush any resistance. I am infallible.
Brilliant. Have we now completed our little province here? I think we have, haven't we? Yes, we've got all 3 settlements in this province. Sweet. Okay. What do we want to build? What resources can we get? We can get bronze here. Oh, hell yeah. We've got 2 more workforce to play with. Alright, upgrade to our mustering hall. I guess that'll do for now, except for... Oh, we've already got a stone quarry. Yep. Cool. But their capital's still over there, so... For now, though, city...
When I am Pharaoh, our lessers will learn their place.
You can just replenish your units for this turn. And then we'll go and fight the rest of them later. Commandment available. Ah, right, yeah, we've got the whole province now, so we can do a little commandment. Rome 2 style. Royal Gardens. Those about to die. Hire smelting apprentices. So you get less food, but more bronze. Professional recruiters. Farmers turned miners. Organized festivities. Let laborers rest. Oh, you get a huge bonus to workforce growth, but you lose some food income. Am I to boost food income right now? I guess through Royal Gardens. Oh, I should mention, by the way, the Nile flood cycle is represented in the game, and your food income will dramatically change depending on what time of year it is, and also depending on what sort of type of flood you get as well from the Nile. So that's a whole thing. Just thought that was worth mentioning, because obviously the Nile flood cycle was incredibly important back in the day, and it is in the game too. It makes a big difference to your food income. Okay, so what do we want to do? I'm gonna go with just Royal Gardens, get some bonus resource income, and Seti can level up as well. I'm gonna go with more presents because I think I want more upkeep discount at the moment, considering we are losing food at the moment. There we go. Although part of that is the trade deal I had to broker with Ramses to afford my afford my fancy Kopesh swordsman. Oh yeah, I know the one you mean, JB. That was a really tough one. That level with the flood cycle. Look at the sky when you zoomed in. Yeah, with the little stars. Yeah, it's quite pretty, isn't it? It is a rather nice campaign map, I gotta say. As Total War campaign maps go, this definitely ranks up there as one of the prettier ones. I still think Troy might be the most beautiful one they've ever done, but this is a close second for me. Yeah, I have pretty much burnt through all my stone. You're right, aren't you? I've got stone income, which is fine, but yeah, I did kind of smash my way through all that. Interesting thing is though, when you do get low on a particular resource, the other AI factions will take notice of this, and they'll try and squeeze a trade deal out of you. They'll be like, "Hey, do you want some? I noticed that you've got like 0 stone there, my dude. Would you like some of mine in exchange for whatever?" They will do that. They will approach you with offers.
Ready to spill blood.
Look at the provinces just south of us for gold. Yeah, I'd really love to be able to see at a glance which resources are in which provinces, because I'd love to know where we can get some gold from. Civilization prospers, fertility in Kush. Our land and people's thriving, the provinces of Kush growth has increased. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, there's a whole thing in this game. We can't look at it right now. But, and I don't even know where you find it. But there's like a whole, you know how in Hearts of Iron 4 you have like world tension, right? This game kind of has something a little bit like that. And it only really becomes relevant, I think, in the late game, but it basically means that like civilization as a whole gets closer and closer to the sort of collapse point. And I think if it goes too far, you just basically lose the entire campaign. Because the game at the end of the day is all about the Bronze Age collapse, and basically if shit gets too extremely wrecked and dreadful and everything, like if a lot of the big important cities on the map get sacked and looted and things, like this civilization sort of like doomsday clock keeps ticking up as that happens, and if it goes too far, then you basically lose the campaign, I think. Sort of like Realm Divide or Civil War, the Chaos Invasion. Well, as far as that's concerned, there is an equivalent to that in this game, and that's the Sea Peoples invasion in the late game. You get to the late game, the Sea Peoples will arrive in ships and start invading all of your shit. Which, presumably, is going to be quite challenging. But I can't show it to you right now, but there is a whole kind of like doomsday clock thing going on with like what the current state of civilization in the region is in general. And the more cities get destroyed and things, the more it ticks up. Like the Armageddon meter and Rise of Nations. Yeah, actually, kind of like that too, yeah. Right. Right, I'm satisfied that you're pretty much... Your army's largely recovered. Let's go head up this way. Although, I say let's go head up this way. If we head up that way... My friend, you are, you're gonna die of the heat. How can we get to this place without taking tons of attrition damage? I'm looking for roads and stuff at the moment. I'm not seeing many. Do we have to go all the way down here or something? There may not be a way to get here without taking a load of attrition from the desert. That is unfortunate. There's this road here, but it goes this way. It goes off to the west. I don't see a road that connects this place. There's one that goes south into this territory, which is neutral. I don't think there's a way to get there without taking loads of attrition damage, and I guess we're just going to have to tough it out.
Prince of Egypt.
That's a movie I still haven't watched. Come to think of it, I need to watch that one of these days. Prince of Egypt, remember that? Maybe we can get around this with outposts or something. Like a way station. Attrition immunity. Own armies in this region. Desert. Oh, brilliant. That's what we need. We need a way station. Alright, let's build that then. How many turns is that going to take? 3 turns? Okay. That will at least stop us from getting any attrition in on our side of the border. That's a good shout. Do we have a way station in Hardai province? Anywhere else? Is this for the region or the province, this outpost here? It's just this region, okay. Might be worth building one over here as well. Oh wait, no, we've already got one at Urgem. Where did I build that? Was it here? Yeah, okay, so we got one there and we've got one being built here at Tepaha. Potentially, yeah, JB, I suppose if we waited until a different time of the year, maybe that would change. I'm not sure, though. I mean, the desert's still the desert at the end of the day. Alright, 2 pending actions. What do we got? Roll decree available. Aha! Excellent. Alright. What do we want? Food plus 10%. Influence. XP. I think I want to go with increased food production. Food's kind of the bedrock of your economy because it's what the majority of your unit upkeep is paid in. Choose an ambition. Here we go. Choose an ambition to receive benefits such as resources, units, and victory points. It's like little short-term missions you can basically set for yourself to get a bonus if you manage to achieve it. So, easiest one to for us would probably be conquer it at the gates or borders. What borders? What would they get us? Path to conquest. And food. That would get us wood and stone. I'm going to go with this one. Capture and occupy any enemy settlement in 10 turns. Council missions. Yeah, kind of. They're like council missions in Medieval 2, but you just get to pick one of 3. I'm waiting for, I think it might be next turn or the turn after, when we get access to the royal court stuff.
Mightiest of princes.
Settlement upgrade available. Ooh. Oh yeah. You don't get much of an increase for that other than a little bit of extra workforce growth, don't you? And a bit of extra production. We have a lot of bronze income at the moment, I've just noticed. That's probably worth trading out to somebody. We have loads of bronze income. But somebody out there would like that. News Scryer's stand. Or News Crier's stand? Probably News Crier's stand. Fresh news from the eastern provinces, hear all about it. +2 influence. True Egyptian bread for true Egyptians. Yeah, I guess we'll upgrade. Outpost production available. Well, we could build a religious one here. We've not done that yet. Where would be the best place to do that? I guess over here, on the banks of the Nile. Build a shrine of Set. Yeah, alright, fine. Why not? The religion thing we can't interact with just yet, I don't think. Local deities, yeah, that's not unlocked just yet. A lot of these features, they unlock as you progress through the campaign. I really like the deity screen and the way religion works in this game in general, though. I think a lot of it's probably borrowed from Troy. I have to admit I didn't play a ton of Troy, so there's probably a lot of mechanics in this game that are just taken from Troy that are new to me as far as I'm concerned. So you'll have to forgive me if that's the case, if I end up pointing at something and going, ooh, this is really cool, when actually it's just something that was in Troy. But I quite like the religion system in this game. Basically, like, that you can choose which gods you want to worship, and what's really interesting, I find, is that if you conquer a region where different gods are typically worshipped, you can add them to your pantheon and choose to worship them as well. I noticed that when I was playing as Ramses. He's over here. He borders with Canaan, and I started conquering bits of Canaan, and I noticed that some of the Canaanite gods, I could add them to my pantheon and start worshipping them if I wanted to, which is pretty cool. I really liked the idea of that, being able to incorporate foreign gods into your pantheon after conquering those regions. I thought that was really, really interesting.
Burning for battle.
Are we gonna move you yet,
For
my dude?
Egypt.
I guess we can move you over here. About this far before you start taking attrition.
Always ready.
Don't think I'm going to recruit any more stuff for now. I think we're paying plenty of upkeep as it is. Clear seas. The sea is calm, the trade routes are secure, and civilization may only be harmed by competing neighbours. Interesting. That probably changes with increased sea people activity, doesn't it, later? I have to imagine. It's Shemsuhor. Here we go. Right, okay. As the cycle turns again upon your land, the royal court convenes once more in the eyes of the gods. On this Shemsuhor, the following features have been unlocked. Pillars of civilization, local deities, commands. On the next Shemsuhor, the following features will be unlocked. Royal traditions, the court, ancient legacy, and power of the crown. Okay, cool. So a few extra things just unlocked for us. These are your factions' commands. These unique abilities can be you can use either by clicking the button or waiting until Shemsuhor. Hover over the button to find out what they do. So Seti's commands are endless ranks, which
Our cities are the envy of all.
we can choose to activate. Command your armies to increase recruitment slots for all of your armies. Units recruited during this turn enter with less health. Activating endless ranks will not cancel an active battle bounty, but it will prevent it from triggering again on the next Shemsuhor. However, if you haven't used it during the year on Shemsuhor, you get Battle Bounty active, which increases rewards from battles until the next Shemsuhor. This includes post-battle loot, chance for ancillaries, and legitimacy. So that's kind of cool. Honestly, Ramses had some cooler ones. Ramses had one which you could activate, and then you actually got to recruit a bunch of really nice extra units, like Magi units. This is fine, I guess. Barter agreement expired with Ramses. Okay, so we're now losing gold again. Yo, Ramses, do you wanna renew that, my man? So I can keep so I can keep using my expensive Kopesh guys. That'd be neat. Does anybody have gold they don't need? I'm going to go. Oh, some people actually do. Amazing.
In the name of duty.
Nebainjao? Nebainjao? I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, but apparently you've got gold available for me, and you're relatively friendly with me too. All right. Well, let's negotiate, my man. What do you need?
Egypt runs through you, Seti.
Looks like you need some bronze, huh? Well, I've got plenty of that. So, let's do a barter agreement. I need 29 gold a turn. And for you, sir, how much, just how much bronze would you like? What if I give you 60 bronze? That bring, ooh, good, that's good. Throw in a little bit of stone as well. Apparently you want some stone. Oh, okay, we can dial that back. There we go. 30 stone and 60 bronze a turn in return for 29 gold. For, why don't we go for 8 turns? Why not?
A well-worked arrangement.
Excellent. Pleasure doing business with you. May want to trade with someone for more food. However, on the bright side, since that rather one-sided agreement with Ramses has ended now, my food deficit is nowhere near as bad as it was. So I'm kind of okay with that. One more turn till that way station's done.
I'm itching for a fight.
Okay. 4 pending actions. What do we got? Expired barters, yeah, I know. Outpost construction available, yeah. Construction available, general not moved. Do you want to build anything? We could upgrade our bronze furnace to a bronze foundry. Hell yeah, let's do that. Alright, end turn. Hi there, Pahi. What do you want, man? 369 gold and 124 bronze for 3,000 food. That's gonna be a no from me, dog. Yeah, I'm not sure what on earth you thought you were doing there, mate, but it's not happening. Okay, the way station's complete, the Shrine of Set is complete. Mustering hall's done as well. Does that mean...
Crown Prince Seti.
Oh, look at that! No attrition!
Move out.
Okay, there is some attrition when we get a bit further down here, but nowhere near as bad as it was, eh? What's this here? That's a lookout.
Bloodshed awaits. March.
Alright, we can get that far this turn without taking any attrition damage. Works for me. Although
I heed only destiny.
his army's looking a bit bigger than I thought it was.
Crown Prince.
It's got 13 units there.
Fear
I'm sure they're not of as good quality as ours, but still slightly worrying. Alright, we don't
Memories of
build
greatness
anything.
are often shaped in stone. Rulers have raised monumental reminders of their presence that are still with us countless generations later.
Ah, yeah.
It is an
So,
arduous task, both extracting and shaping the stone to our
yeah, so you can quarry stone from certain locations, but there's like a finite supply of it. It's kind of like Age of Empires. Yeah, like we can't mine stone infinitely. It will eventually run out. That's something worth bearing in mind. I wonder where it tells you how much stone is left. It's basically it's one of those things that's going to help make the late game a little more challenging, I think. Yeah, I don't know if it tells you when it... Oh, no, there we go. There you go. It shows you how much the deposits are available. So it's like 18,592 stone deposits in Urgem that we can mine over the course of the campaign. Actually, that's the whole province. But yeah. So that's something worth bearing in mind too. Finite supply of stone out there.
Born to conquer.
Do you want to build anything? On that note, speaking of stone, bronze proving hall, mustering office, new scryer stand, water well. Happiness is not looking great here, is it, at the moment? Let's build a Senate house. Happiness +2 in this province. We unlocked any new things here. Local deities, here we go. So, the only one we've got access to at the minute is Set. If you go all gods, you can see the whole lot of them. You got Set, Ra, Ta, or Ptah, Thoth, Horus, Anubis, Isis, Amun, Osiris. And then you get into the Canaanite gods. You got Moloch, Baal, El, Asherah, Yam. And then you got the Hittite gods, so Kumabi, Karunta, Shaushka, Arina, and Tarhuna. All represented here. It's pretty cool. But yeah, the Set's the only one we can actually do anything with right now. So here's some of the benefits we get for this guy. You can devote a general to a particular god as well, I think. I don't think we can do it right now. It's locked at the moment. Yeah, we don't have enough favor. We need to get to tier 2 before we can devote a general to that particular god. But a general who's devoted to Set will get armor-piercing missile damage and reload speed, apparently. I like that that's there, though, you know? I like that that's there. Oh, there it is. There's the thing I was talking about. I couldn't find it anyway. You just got to mouse over this bit. Pillars of Civilization. Here you are. So yeah, this is your kind of world tension kind of doomsday clock thingy. When well developed, the cult center settlements, which are the big important ones, function as pillars of civilization. If the pillars of civilization are destroyed, the civilization state may shift towards collapse. The civilization state can shift only once every few turns and only at the beginning of the turn. So yeah. Shifts down the meter, and I think if it gets all the way to the bottom, you lose. I'm not totally sure about that, though.
Divine Prince.
But I like the religion stuff. It's cool, because in the ancient world, obviously, people took their religion really friggin' seriously, and I've always found in a lot of the previous Total War games it was a little bit weird how little of a role religion actually played in how you went about doing things, you know? It'd be nice to have a Rome 3, for example. If creative somebody made a Rome 3 Total War one day, which had a religion system that was as in-depth as this, with the whole Roman pantheon and whatnot, that'd be pretty sweet. Anyway, it's end turn. Hello. Would you like... Are you trying to get peace? What is it? What are you trying to do? Yeah, he wants a peace treaty for 1,000 food. Yeah, no, forget it, dude. It's not happening. Although his army is now bigger than mine. Oh dear. Okay, faction has been destroyed.
Meneptas heir.
Urgh.
Prince.
Okay, I'm gonna head back across the border.
Now. Serve your rightful Pharaoh.
We need more guys.
I need
Get some
conscripts.
axemen, another unit of archers.
I have no time for the weak. Every one of you is
Do we have a
expendable.
thing we can activate here? Endless ranks. Actually, I'm not going to use that right now. That's fine. Okay, get recruiting, Seti, because we need more. We need more units because his army's bigger than ours
I
now.
will not bow.
Few pending actions. Let's see. Settlement upgrade available. We get a level 3 settlement. Let's do that. Really get our bronze production up there. Is the stat cap still 20? Yeah, it is. It is. It is. I was really hoping there would be an option in the campaign tweaks menu to actually make it so you could raise that cap to 40. Because that's a thing you've always been able to do with a lot of these Warscape engine games. Like there's a save game tweak you can do in Rome 2 and Attila, which allows you to have 40 stack armies. I get why it's not in there at all by default, because probably it would ruin the performance on most people's computers. But it would be kind of fun if I could change it in the options to have 40 stack armies. That would be pretty sick. Because playing with 40 stack armies in Rome 2 is awesome. I love it. Anyway. Oh, hello. Call to arms. Tausret is attacking Herr Heffy. Damn it, wifey! Why? You're causing trouble. Fine. Civilization prospers. Fertility in Western Lower Egypt. Okay.
The wrath of Egypt.
We're gonna just go for a full stack, I think, before we move out.
Submit to your
Another
prince.
unit of archers. Another unit of axemen?
I'll work you to the bone.
Yeah.
Ha! Peace can never last.
Alright, do we want to build anything now? How's happiness at the moment? It's at +0 at the moment. Let's, I guess the higher happiness is, the more workforce growth you get, and more morale for your troops on recruitment. That's interesting. I'm wondering if it's worth building another Senate house as well, I was thinking, you know? Yeah, let's do it. Increasing effect. Increased food production. Oh, sweet. Oh, wow, we're at minus 1.1k food a turn right now. That's hilariously bad. We need to do something about that. I've just noticed. Whoa, God. Alright, what royal decree do we want? Heart of Egypt, maybe. Affinity with the forest. Recruit the proficient. Let's get that. Wait, hang on. As XP from battles plus 30% for chariots. I don't have any chariots right now, so let's not do that. Do life for soldier.
My royal glory.
Is Dave liking this total war? I am. I have to say, I'm rather enjoying Pharaoh.
Prince of Egypt.
I'm just fucking delighted we've got a new historical total war game. I mean, when was the last like proper historical title they did? It was like what? Thrones of Britannia, basically. I mean, it's been a while. So Bronze Proving Hall. Bronze Proving Hall. I'm gonna go with the Bronze Proving Hall. Because we get quite a bit of bronze income from Urgem as it is. Now then, this food problem needs fixing. Who's got food that they don't want? And who likes me? Oh, Towsret!
Knowledge is power.
Hello, wifey. Could you give me some of your spare food, please? Be really handy if you did.
I am always pleased to see you, my love.
Right. Ooh, confederate. Interesting. We can confederate with her. That's worth noting. Anyway, let's see. Need a barter agreement. Yep. I need like 1,000 food. Ideally, I need 1,000 food. In fact, really, I need a little more than that. What's that going to cost me? Probably quite a bit. What have I got available to give her? Could give her some stone. What does she... Oh, she doesn't really want stone. Okay, forget stone. What does she actually want? She wants lumber and gold. Oh, not gold! Oh, no. This is going to be difficult. I need somebody who needs bronze. That's what I need right now, I think. Who wants bronze? Who likes me and also wants bronze?
Proud son of Egypt.
Kukura here. Yeah, you, my man.
I always look forward to our meetings.
I need a lot of food, but I can give you quite a bit of bronze. Can also give you some stone. Oh, apparently 60 is the max I can give him. Oh boy. I'm gonna have, maybe I need to, I'm gonna need multiple agreements here, that's the thing, isn't it? I'm gonna need multiple agreements with multiple people. Okay, for 11 timber, 60 stone, and 70 bronze, I'll get 500 food off you.
A worthwhile agreement.
And then maybe I can get this from someone else. The rest, you know.
For Pharaoh's glory.
Miam. Hello, Miam.
I always look forward to our meetings.
I need like 600 food from you. in exchange for... I have quite a bit of stone available. I also have a little bit of timber. I got some bronze. This is going to be difficult, isn't it? Maybe I could just trade for a lump sum. Single barter. Can I get like 2,000 food off you for, I don't know. I got tons of bronze saved up, you see, so... Okay, interesting. 650 bronze for 2,000 food? Hell, I can give you more than that, mate. I can give you 900. How much food will you give me for 900 bronze? That's a better way of doing it. Right, 2,900 food for 900 bronze. Done.
Civilization is...
So I'm still going to have a 500 odd turn of deficit of food, but I got 4,000 food now. So in the short term, hopefully that's going to work for us. Oh, sorry, Colin's got all tangled up in the headset wire again. Okay. We got a full stack. Let's march. He's got a full stack as well, and he's got a garrison to boot. Oh, goody. Oh, goody. Maybe we could try an ambush.
Hide or be lashed.
But he's not looking very aggressive right now, so I don't know if that's going to work. We'll have to try, though. Oh, he moved that way. But that's okay, actually. Maybe that's far enough away from his town. I mean, he's fortified himself, but... Okay.
Born to conquer. On your guard. Traitors.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay, we can take on the town separately now. You fool! You moved out! Let's do it. Would have been cooler to get an actual ambush, to be honest with you, but never mind. Alright, dry, and the forecast is sweltering. And this is what we're dealing with. Okay, this is definitely more choke pointy than the other place was.
Like rats.
Interesting. At least we do have the high ground up here.
Spears!
Okay. I'm noticing that my swordsman conscripts keep saying spears when I click on them. Maybe a small bug there, Creative Assembly. I've got to put the militia in reserve behind the swordsman, and then I'm going to have
Time to force them into battle!
axemen on the flanks.
Axe warriors!
Now, we don't have any in our army at the moment, but there are like charger units as well. I had some when I was playing as Ramses. I had guys with big two-handed clubs that run really fast. And they were really good for flanking. They work a little bit like cavalry, you know, just not as fast. As in they have less protection and they can run and move around much quicker, and they get a good charge bonus. But we don't have any access to any of that, so the best I've got is the axemen on the flanks, so I'm going to kind of bring around if I can and use them to hack away through the enemy shielded units from behind. Alright, Seti and the Kopesh guys at the back, although
Sons of Egypt!
I'm actually thinking maybe we'll put you on the flanks instead.
Egypt over all.
And then we got all the missile guys.
We have them surrounded.
Interesting, they have reinforcements. I've just noticed that. Hold on one cotton picking minute. Maybe we might be able to intercept them as they come on here. Let's see.
They can't hide forever.
Oh, that's going to pan. I didn't realize they had reinforcements from this one. But, Okay. Oh my goodness, what are you doing, Colin? What are you doing, buddy? Ah, chaos. Cat loose in the commander's tent. Hello. And say hello to the people on YouTube, on Twitch as well. We're actually streaming on Twitch. I don't know why I said YouTube.
We will drag them out of hiding.
Hello, Colin. Hello, buddy. Sleepy puss. He's been here the whole stream, haven't you? Good boy. Okay, let's go. Let's see how this shakes out.
Thank the gods.
Well, they're camping out in the choke points, unsurprisingly. Although they got other stuff at the back here. No.
Nothing will stop.
So where are the reinforcements coming from? They've got the red reinforcement arrow over here. Maybe they're just delayed? Maybe they don't come in right away? I don't know what the deal is.
We have them outnumbered.
I am doing a concern over this, but okay, whatever. Let's move in this way.
Yes. They have nowhere to run.
Yeah, maybe they will, JB, we'll see.
The city will be ours.
I did, when during the early access weekend, fight a few city battles a bit like this, where it really did get very meat grindery in these choke points. But oh, I mean, yeah, hello. Hi there.
Warriors.
Longbow infantry. Well, we got it cornered, so
Swordsmen, charge at their defenses. Axe warriors.
hello there. Get 'em, boys. Oh, they switched to little spears. Out of curiosity, winning. Okay, good. You guys,
For glory eternal.
don't do that. You're just going to cause friendly fire. Confident losing currently.
Arrows away.
They're trying to do that thing that units do in Rome Total War, the original, where like they try and shoot missile weapons in melee. It's quite hilarious. You fools. Yeah, I think I'm happy to just take care of this before we move any further. They're trying to Legolas it, yeah. Rest of them are just staying put. Oh, there's their other general. Kopesh and Shield Bodyguard. Oh, and notice how the sun's rising in the background, by the way. It just got a little bit lighter. And you can see up here, if you look at the top left, you can see the next weather pattern slowly moving in. Losing decisively. They're still sticking in there, you know, morale is still steady, but they are the general's bodyguard unit, so I guess it makes sense.
Shoot them down. Never back down. Spill blood. Spill blood.
Oh, by the way, this long grass here isn't just for show. You can hide units in this. If you tall grass, there you go. Provides cover for light infantry units. That's worth noting. The terrain in the battles actually is a little more in depth than it used to be as well. Like over here, you've got mud, which oh, sorry, I keep getting rid of the tooltip. Mud slows down heavy units and reduces their combat effectiveness. It's just, you know, like in the Battle of Agincourt, you know, mud can be a problem if it's in the way in an important location on a battlefield. There tends to be a lot of it at river crossings, I've noticed. Are you winning, son?
Axe warriors!
Yeah, there they go.
Our superiority was never in doubt.
Well, that's that dealt with.
Onwards! Soldiers, move!
There's no time limit on this, so I think I'll just let you guys march regular speed. We can enjoy the view.
Just need to catch my breath.
I think I'm just looking around at the moment. I'm trying to figure out if they improved the anti-aliasing a bit since the early access weekend, because I remember during the early access weekend the game's anti-aliasing, even on like max settings, was a little bit ropey. It does look like they've improved it a bit since then.
Our allies flee!
Well, I tell you what.
Strength is power!
I'm gonna move these missile units over here
Always ready!
because I want to start chucking some missiles at this general's
City
unit
does
over here.
not deserve Egypt!
I don't think we took a lot of casualties there, did we? I'll just check it out. There's two dudes just standing there.
They run from us! To bloodshed! Soldiers, move!
What time is it? Well, it's just gone 8 o'clock. Probably call it a night after this battle, but I've really been enjoying this.
Our enemy is fleeing!
It's a shame we haven't gone a bit further into it so I could show you some of the other game mechanics for the campaign, but well, what are you guys up to? There's a lot going on in this game, though. It's weird because you sort of look at it. You look at the relatively scaled down map. You look at the relatively low number of playable factions, and I think your initial gut reaction to this game is going to be, this doesn't seem like it's necessarily worth my time or money. But I think when you actually start playing the game, you realize there's a bit more going on. Because I gotta be honest with you, I enjoyed it at the weekend, and I'm enjoying it now as well. Oh, obviously it's a total war game, so hopefully the modding community will be what kind of pushes the game to reach its kind of maximum potential. But I am liking it so far, which is more than I can say for, if I'm honest, Troy, Three Kingdoms, and Warhammer. So. For actually having much of an impact here. I mean, they have got shields after all, and they are armoured. We are reducing their armour though, that's the thing worth noting there. They're not taking casualties, but their armour's being damaged.
Always ready. On the march. Spill blood.
They're not taking the bait, are they?
Blacken the
Last couple of times we
sky.
did this, they came out to attack us, but not today.
Shoot them down.
Hey Bjorn, yeah, I got the glasses on today. My eyes were getting a bit tired this afternoon. I was starting to get a little bit of a headache as well, so I popped them on. Oh yeah, their armor's gone now, and they are definitely taking casualties. I mean, I really like this armor mechanic, by the way, because, you know, in real life in these battles, once your shield has got several javelins and or arrows stuck in it, it's really difficult to actually use properly. So I really like the idea of having missile weapons soften the enemy up like that. Like, imagine if you had Roman legionaries chucking Peeler at them, and like if you had that, the Peeler would do like a ton of armor damage, even if it wouldn't do actual, like, a lot of regular damage. And you could use it in-game for the purpose it was used in real life, which is to sort of deny the enemy their access to their shields. So yeah. These guys were not able to sit here indefinitely, as we've seen, getting pelted with arrows, even though they're armored and shielded. This is some Charge of the Light Brigade stuff, this, isn't it? I think we've provoked a reaction, though, at least on this side.
Launch those stones.
Oh, none of them actually made it into combat. That was hardcore, though. That was some death before dishonor shit there. Now we're doing the same to these guys. This would look really brutal if we had the Blood DLC.
Out of the way.
How's the Bronze Age? It's very warm at the moment. Sweltering, as a matter of fact.
Marksman, let's fly. I'm sweating through my armor.
I'm sweating through my armor. I like that the game has cheesy voice acting, by the way. That's something Total War used to be famous for, so it's nice to see a bit of that.
Rocks away.
I think the archers might be out of ammo. Are you guys out of ammo? You are, yeah. The slingers have more range and more ammo, but they
Order.
don't seem to have quite the same impact, do they?
Marching on.
How's it going over here?
Fire. To bloodshed.
We're getting pelted by slingers. It's not going quite so well over here, honestly. Plan doesn't work in this little scenario here, so let's have you guys fall back.
They never stood a chance.
No, tragically, Corvin, we do not have general speeches in Total War Pharaoh, which is a damn shame. Alright, I'm going to split the army in two halves, I think.
achieve anything.
Love the banners. Wow, slingers really do have a ton of ammo, don't they? These guys are still going.
Now please. Fight for Pharaoh.
You know what, Royal Kopesh Guards? I think I'm going to have you guys lead the way. You are burning a hole in my pocket, you guys, with your gold upkeep requirement. So I don't mind if we lose a few of you.
Swordsman. Devastate them.
And we'll send in some axe guys behind you, I suppose,
Eternal. Axe warriors.
since they're better on the attack.
Launch those stones.
Send in some clubmen to go and chase down those slingers. Alright, Kopesh boys.
Swordsman.
Do your heroic
Take
advance
back,
thing.
men.
See how that works. Advancing towards the targeted location, pushing back enemy units along the way. So yeah, they are pushing up, aren't they? I do like these stance mechanics. I think they're really cool. I'm kind of almost surprised they didn't add that to the series a lot sooner.
Axe warriors. Sons of Egypt. Shoot them down.
Hey, look at them. They're really making a hole here, aren't they, as they push through here.
Never back down.
Sending these axe guys to clean up behind them, fill the gap. The Romans used to have a name for this. I think it was called the boar's head or something, the cuneus or something. I forget what it was called exactly. I think it was the boar's head. And that was an actual drill they used to do where they would push through an enemy formation like that.
To bloodshed. Infantry
Let's see if we can squeeze you guys past through this gap here. Oh yeah, here we go.
On. Strength is power. Got it. Swordsman. Axe warriors. Break them. I fear nothing.
Let's kill those archers. Wanting that and a pullback facing the enemy feature for so long. We can do that too. Allow me to demonstrate here. I don't know how well it's going to work under these particular circumstances, since everything's a bit chaotic right now, but watch this. The guys with the shield specifically here, the Kopesh guys. You'll notice that they are going to start pulling back and withdrawing. See, a bit at a time. It's quite slow, But as I explained earlier in the stream, you can use that to your advantage. You can use that to sort of slowly withdraw a unit from combat or from under enemy missile fire. And you can also use it to sort of lay a trap, basically. You can slowly withdraw to allow yourself to draw an enemy unit in and then flank it on both sides. It's pretty cool.
I fear nothing.
You know what? The clubmen are not up for this job.
Move!
You guys are, though.
Power before me. Swordsman! Axe warriors!
My god, the slingers still have a little bit of ammo left, or some of them did anyway.
Marching on!
Let's get you guys out of the way.
Infantry moving! Target their wounds!
I think they're really cool. I think the stances thing is really, really interesting.
Always ready!
I think these spearmen here, I think they were doing the shield wall stance there, because you notice how they had their front shields and second rank shields up at different angles. I think they're in some sort of shield wall stance there.
Fight your way in!
I think they've also made it more difficult for you to pull a unit out of combat to sort of complement the ability to do that withdrawal, that retreat stance. Because I've noticed when I'm trying to pull my own units out of combat, and I think when they did it there, a lot of your guys get left behind and surrounded and killed. Like, if you try and pull some units out of combat by just running away, they take a lot of casualties. Which is probably very realistic, actually. Do only some units get access to those stances? Yeah, they're based on troop tiers, so it's based on sort of how elite the units are. So the more elite ones get access to a whole range of different stances, and the really basic conscripts pretty much just have stuff like the stance hold. Where are we going over here? Just cleaning up the rest of those archers.
Anhor fights with us!
So if I select Seti's guys, well, we're stuck with just that because he's in combat right now, but if you select, say, the Royal Koppesh Guards, they have access to Heroic Advance, Shield Wall, and Retreat. I haven't tried Shield Wall, actually, yet. Dropped a brace formation, holding the ground as much as they can.
Shield wall!
Should we see the Shield Wall? Oh, yeah, there you go. First rank has their shields in front, the second rank's raising them over their heads.
Sons of Egypt! Keep pushing through! Swordsman!
Yeah, I think it's a great way to make units feel different. Like, I mean, it means that when you have an elite unit, they're more than just... They have more than just better stats, you know? They're more versatile. There's more things they can actually do on the battlefield. Got in. Got tangled up in my wires again, silly pussycat. What are you doing, eh? You can tell winter's coming because he's been on my lap like this the entire stream.
Ready for slaughter!
Notice also how long this battle has been. I don't know if there's a timer anywhere that'll tell me how long the battle actually has been. But, yeah, it's not been short.
Swordsman! Prince of Egypt.
Oh, did they send some guys out here? They did.
Watch for aim fire!
What's going on here? These two having a staring contest. Interesting.
Spears!
Weird. There he goes. That was just weird. Alright, we done? Or they've got some more units hiding further in. They must have more units further in, I have to assume. Because the battle hasn't ended yet.
Fear my wrath.
Oh yeah, they've got more.
Advancing. Pushing on.
What do they got here? Spearmen?
Marching on. I feel exhausted just standing.
Oh yeah, very tired, winded. So this is the first vanilla Total War game I've played in a long time where unit fatigue has actually ever felt relevant. Unit fatigue like never comes up when you play Warhammer. And it didn't ever feel particularly relevant in the brief time I spent playing Troy and Three Kingdoms either.
Make those defenses crumble.
How you doing, Seti? She's very tired, apparently. Bad luck, bud. There's more work to do. It's not over yet.
Onwards. Beware their snakes. Swordsman. On the march.
I can't remember if... I don't know if units regain fatigue in this game while just marching.
The gods are with us.
Or do they have to stand still to regain fatigue? I don't remember. I think that varies from Total War game to Total War game.
Always ready.
There we go, there's the spearman. They might just have that one unit left, I'm not sure. Let's fast forward. Yeah, Fresh, you're winded. They're tired. You're just tired now, okay, well. Oh, yeah, they've got some more units.
Blades ready.
Heat's probably affecting the recovery as well. Oh yeah, that's a good point actually, yeah. The sweltering weather is not helping either.
Right into that trap.
I almost forgot about that. Really enjoying the different levels of altitude in this battle map, yeah.
We will prepare.
Yeah, they're defending the victory points basically.
The crown prince. Sons of Egypt. Slow the pace.
Tell you what, you guys go around there.
Marching on. Strike this power.
Right, you're
Do you
fresh.
faint?
You are active.
Soldiers move.
Let's flank these guys from both sides. Have at them. Upper Egyptian spearmen, so they're not bad units. These, you know, these spearmen are actually pretty decent.
warriors.
Except they're coming to us, apparently. But the Axemen are, I think, pretty well equipped to deal with these guys there. They've got good attack and they're anti-shield as well, so... Oh, they're routing. They're done. That was it. We're finished. Brilliant. Alright. In battle. Decisive victory. I tried to minimize casualties as much as I could in that battle. I think we managed it. We only lost 122 guys. Because we've still got a full 20 stack army to fight after this, so...
I am the
Hurrah!
might of Egypt.
Ooh, we got loads of food out of that as well. Nice. Alright, occupy, loot and occupy. I think I'm just going to occupy. I don't want to deal with the issues.
Crush any resistance.
You've discovered
I am infallible.
new gods, apparently. Sweet. We've discovered Osiris and Amun as well. Cool. Ambition fulfilled as well. Brilliant. And then there he is.
My path is my own.
He's fortified. Senakti. What's he got? That is a lot of slingers. Oh my god. Wow, dude. Holy slinger spam. It's all militia, isn't it? It's all militia clubmen and slingers. Kill a bunch of men and get loads of food. You have a sick mind, my friend. We looted their baggage train of its food. That's all that happened. I don't know what you're implying, sir. Not that we would have treated the enemy prisoners potentially very nicely, of course. I mean, when I happened to be at the British Museum last month, I remember looking at a lot of the Bronze Age stuff, like the Assyrian tablets and whatnot, and a lot of the Egyptian stuff. Awful lot of depictions of prisoners being beheaded. The old Egyptians and the Assyrians and whatnot, they really had a thing for beheading their enemies en masse. Does he have any cities left? No, he doesn't. I think we just took his last one, so he's presumably going to be. He's going to have to attack us in the subsequent turn.
When I am Pharaoh, our lessers will learn their place.
Also, your boy Seti can level up now. I'm going to go ahead and take more presents, I think. More upkeep discount.
Crown Prince Seti.
Alright. Well, this has been pretty straightforward so far. It should be pointed out that it did specifically say on the campaign selection screen that Seti has an easy starting position. Ramses is the same. I know there's a Canaanite character who's based up here somewhere who has a hard starting position, and I'd actually really like to try playing him as him when I do the Canaanites, just to see what the game considers to be a hard starting position.
Born to conquer.
But anyway, ladies and gents, that's going to do it for tonight, I'm afraid. We may come back and stream a bit more of this, Leslie, because I like this game, guys. I like it. It's not perfect. It's not even the best Total War game that's ever been released, but it's the best one they've released for a long time, for my money. I like it more than Three Kingdoms, Warhammer, or Troy, or... Honestly, I think I like it more than Thrones of Britannia. I didn't think Thrones of Britannia was actually that bad. I know a lot of people really hated it, but I definitely rate this game higher than Thrones. So... Thrones of Britannia, by the way, is actually pretty good these days if you install mods like the Shield Wall overhaul, but that's a whole other thing. That's mods. I'm talking about vanilla games. So anyway, there you go, folks. That's a bit of Total War Pharaoh. We didn't quite get into everything just yet. We haven't had a look at the Royal Court, Power of the Crown, Ancient Legacy stuff. The Royal Court in particular is one of my favourite features of the game, and it's kind of annoying that we didn't get to that this stream, which is only making me more sort of determined to maybe stream this one more time just so I can show you those other features. But yep, I like the game. It's pretty good. It's up to you to decide whether or not it's worth the $60 at the end of the day. But I'm curious to see where they go with it. I'm curious to see what they do DLC wise. I would love it. I accept the fact that this might not happen, but I would love it if they expanded the map into Mesopotamia a bit, or added Western Anatolia over here. It would be nice if they did that. It would be nice. Maybe expanded a bit south as well, actually. Added some Kushite factions. But there's room to expand this game a little bit, and I'd like to see them do that, if possible. But I don't know if they will. Kind of really definitely very curious to see how ambitious they get with the DLC for this one. But anyway, folks, yeah, it's been good. Hope you enjoyed watching this. If you watch this on YouTube, I guess maybe I will stick this on YouTube. It wouldn't hurt, I suppose. Hope you guys enjoyed watching it on YouTube. Look forward to your comments and whatnot. And I'll catch you next time. I'll be streaming again tomorrow, same time. And it might be more of this, actually. We're still doing the Total War mod showcase streams during the week at the moment. The last one we did was Broken Crescent for Medieval 2. The next one coming up, I think, is either going to be Sardam's Total War, or I'm going to look at For King or Country, the English Civil War mod. Don't know which one yet. But we'll be looking at those. And then I'm not here on Saturday, so there's no stream on Saturday. So we'll be doing Thursday, Friday, and then Sunday. I'll be streaming Morrowind on Sunday as per usual. So, yeah, join me for that. Or don't. It's up to you, folks. Hope you've had fun anyway. I'm just going to see if we can raid anybody. Who's live right now? Kikoski is playing some Warhammer 40,000 bolt gun. So I'm going to go ahead and raid him. Love Kiko. Been watching him for a bajillion years. He's been making Let's Plays even longer than I have. He's been around forever as Kikoski. And yeah, I highly recommend his YouTube channel and his Twitch channel. They're both very entertaining. He's a really positive, friendly, happy chap, and he brings good vibes to the whole Let's Playing thing. So he also wrote a book, which is pretty good too, a fantasy novel, which I've got on my shelf in the other room. Anyway, folks, have a good one. I'll catch you next time. Toodaloo.